So I love the flavor of root beer floats, but I don't know about you. I've never been too crazy about just how foamy they are. Do you know what I mean? Like, the flavor combination of root beer and vanilla ice cream is absolutely delicious, but they're so sudsy. Well, I had an idea to make a root beer float flavored ice cream in the Ninja Creami, and I am telling you, this tastes exactly like a root beer float, but it's just ice cream. If you want to know how to make it, it's coming up right now on The Cog is Shred. Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is John, and I've lost over 130 pounds naturally by changing my habits, and recipes like the one I'm sharing today have helped me to keep it off. So I guess since anymore I seem to always be on the lookout for new ice cream flavor ideas, I was at the grocery store and I saw these A&W Root Beer flavored drink mix packets. These are sugar-free, they are only 10 calories per packet, and instantly I'm like, root beer float ice cream. Yes, this would be amazing. You're supposed to mix these in water. I've tried that. It tastes like root beer, but it tastes like flat root beer. It tastes like flat root beer. I personally prefer my root beer carbonated, but it did taste exactly like root beer, and when I added this to the ice cream, it did the same thing to that. So, if you're ready to make this delicious root beer float flavored ice cream, let's get cooking. Alright, so most of my ice cream recipes call for 1 cup of milk, and that's just because, for me, that seems to be the perfect serving size. I feel like much more than that is just more than I want to eat in a single setting, and I don't like to refreeze, especially if there are mix-ins, because then you gotta blend it all and they all get pulverized, so I like to be able to eat the whole thing in one sitting. Anyway, normally I do 1 cup of milk, but you guys have been asking for larger portions.
You gotta give the people what they want,
So,
even if it kills you.
for this one, I've got 1.5 cups. So we're starting off with 1.5 cups of Fairlife Fat Free Milk. I'm doing this for you.
You don't stop dancing, and you don't stop smiling, and you give those people what they want.
Bigger ice cream. Plus, this is one that doesn't have mix-ins, so if it's too much, you can always refreeze the leftovers and blend it again. Then add 40 grams of Monkfruit Sweetener, or any 1-to-1 0-calorie sugar substitute of your choice. I like Monkfruit Sweetener, but hey, use the one you like. Then we've got 8 grams of sugar-free vanilla Jello pudding mix. Add a pinch of salt. And finally, the root beer flavor. Make sure you add 1 of these sticks of A&W Root Beer Drink mix. That is the secret ingredient to making this root beer float ice cream taste like root beer. Anyway, that's everything. So blend this up in a blender, pour it into a Ninja Creami pint, and freeze it for 24 hours.
24 hours later.
All right, here's our frozen pint of root beer ice cream. Let's go ahead and pop this thing into the Ninja Creami, blend it up, and enjoy some root beer float flavored ice cream. Turn this thing on and hit Lite Ice Cream. All right, let's see how this is looking. Ooh. All right, first spin, not too bad. Still pretty thick though. Thick. So I think we need a second spin. We're gonna do a respin. I want this to be a little bit smoother. Respin, here we go. All right, spin number 2 is done. Let's take a look at this ice cream now. Ooh, girl. Girl! That's looking good. I could eat it just like this, honestly. I'm gonna spin it one more time, because that's me. But honestly, that is fantastic just like that. I just want a little bit more soft and smooth. But that's honestly very smooth and perfect, just like that. If you wanted to put that in a cone, you could do it like that. But I'm gonna blend it one more time to make it more of a soft serve. Here we go, third time. All right, this should be good now. And you know, I wasn't originally planning on adding any of the Fat Free Reddi Whip this time, but I think it'll complement this so much better, so I think I will.
Do it.
All right, yes, look at that. It's got that root beer float coloration to it, that creamy brown, ooh yeah. And look at how it's practically filled all the way up to the top. I'm gonna go ahead and top it with the Fat Free Reddi Whip, so let me go ahead and add this. And that is ready. And here it is, everybody. I scream, you scream, we all scream for root beer float ice cream. Woo! That was a little cheesy. Take a look at this. Oh, yeah, had to put the whipped cream on top because it blends so well with the vanilla and the root beer flavors. Here we go, a big, old, huge container of root beer float flavored ice cream. All right, let's get some of this. A bit too much. Ooh, but yep. It tastes exactly like a root beer float. It is like everything that is good about a root beer float. The flavor is all there. Like, you know, when the vanilla ice cream and the root beer combine and you just get those flavors, like, that's this. That is crazy. That right there is crazy. So good. All right, let's take a moment and go over the macros. Okay, so for this entire thing of root beer float ice cream, not counting the whipped cream, but everything else in there, all of that ice cream, it's only 155 calories. That's it, 155 calories. And the Reddi Whip, I put 25 grams, so that's just another 25 calories. So with the Reddi Whip, it's only 180. That's it. So low in calories, so much ice cream, and so good. Now, carbs, 53 grams of carbs, 0 grams of fat. No fat at all, and 20 grams of protein. Think about that. Most Quest bars don't even have calorie counts that low. And a Quest bar, you know I love Quest bar. Quest bars are usually 20 grams of protein and maybe like 180 calories, 170 if you get the lowest, but I mean, 155 calories, 20 grams of protein, that is better than a protein bar with the same amount of protein. If you want to add the whipped cream, it's the same amount of calories and protein as you'd get in a Quest protein bar, but you get this big old container of ice cream. That is crazy and delicious. As you can see, I am enjoying this. I'm going to continue to enjoy it. And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe to The Cog is Shred for more recipes and other videos related to my weight loss and fitness journey. And if you have any other suggestions for recipes you might like to see in the future, leave them in the comments below. Let me know. I would love to know what you're interested in seeing. I want to try all kinds of recipes. So thank you all so much. And until next time, keep on eating.
Yep.